on here and talk to you guys about something I've been hearing a lot of lately. So I know a lot of you guys started new programs on the new year. So joining a boot camp, working out at home, doing some sort of like different weight loss program or things like that. And we all know right about now we're 6 weeks into the new year. And if you are not starting to see results, a lot of women are starting to get a little bit frustrated. And this is the time that they start to give up on their programs because they're not seeing the results that they want to see. And so what I wanted to share with you guys was a couple of things that might be going on for you to start taking a look at to see if any of these things might be sort of that missing piece for you in your weight loss journey. And so notice I don't talk about the scale because I think the scale is really stupid, but this is about your clothes fitting looser and things like that, the things that we're after anyways. So here they are. What's up, Candace? So here they are in no particular order. I'm going to go through sort of the top 5 things I see when clients join with me or they're starting to work with me. So the first one is you might be doing all the right things and going to the gym every day or hitting the workout super hard, but if you're sitting the rest of the day, you are ignoring a huge calorie burning opportunity. There's this fun little thing called NEAT, N-E-A-T, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And just moving your body or talking with your hands like I do actually burns an absolute ton of calories. So getting up, going for walks, playing with your kids instead of sitting, doing some stretching, doing some moving, talking on the phone, like walking around, all these things, it burns a ton of calories. So just because you go to the gym does not mean you do not need to get your steps in, that you do not need to be active. NEAT, N-E-A-T, non-exercise activity is a huge contributor to being able to lose weight and feel better. So that's the first one. The second one might be your weekends. And so a lot of times women are super restrictive during the week. They are so restrictive all week that when Saturday comes, it's cheat day, and they will just whoosh, blow it out of the water. And so that's not something you want to do either. And so weekends matter, guys. Weekends matter a lot. And so if you are being too restrictive during the week and you're like living your best life every weekend, you can negate all the work that you did all week by living your best life on Saturday and Sunday. And so weekends matter. And I don't want to be too much of a buzzkill here because you guys know I like to have my margaritas and my pizza on the weekends too. But that's a strategy. That's how I teach my clients using their calories as a bank account to prevent this from happening. And so we actually can bank the calories and make sure our weekends are not sabotaging our entire week of hard work. And so weekends are a common reason that people are not losing weight. So that is number 2. Number 3 is stress. Not managing your stress. So I talk about stress all the time. Stress kills people. Stress causes people to have heart attacks. It causes all sorts of nasty diseases in people. And so guess what else stress does? It makes it impossible for you to lose weight. Stress increases cortisol. It keeps your body in fight or flight. If you're not managing your stress and taking care of your stress, it leads to a whole bunch of crazy things like with your hormones. It leads to increasing your appetite. It messes with your sleep. It does all kinds of crazy things. So diet and exercise are actually adding more stress onto your body. And so if you're super stressed and you're dieting and exercising, that's extra stress, and you are not managing your stress, then you are going to find it almost impossible to lose weight. Stress is an absolute killer for weight loss, especially for women, especially around your midsection. It will store belly fat for you like there is no tomorrow. So stress is another one. The other thing stress does is that's going to lead us nicely into number 4, which is sleep. Stress messes with your sleep. You know when your like brain's going like zoom, and you can't sleep, or you go to sleep and you wake up in the middle of the night and your brain is racing? That's from stress. So the problem is, guys, is that exercising and dieting, again, these are stressful to your body. When you are exercising, you are not building muscle. You build muscle when you sleep. So women always say they want a nice toned look. You cannot build muscle if you are not sleeping. So sleep is like this magical potion for all sorts of different magical things, and it contributes to memory, it alleviates brain fog, it balances your hormones. It does all sorts of amazing things for you. So sleep is critical for weight loss. If you are not sleeping between 7-8 hours a night, you are going to have a much more difficult time to lose weight. It also increases your hunger hormones. So not enough sleep increases your hunger hormones. So it makes it harder to actually stick to your diet. And That was actually number 5 because sleep is my favorite one to talk about. So I made a mistake in the title. So that was number 5. Number 5, my favorite thing to talk about is sleep. Because why? Because I spent most of my life battling my weight and not sleeping because I was always anxious and I was always frustrated and I was always running my body into the ground. And once I learned about bedtime routines and managing stress and some really nice things that I teach people how to do in order to train your body to sleep again, man, the weight, it just comes right off. So sleep is actually my favorite one. So I'll change the title of this afterwards. But anyways, the other one is randomness. So I talked a little bit about this last week, is that if you are cherry picking random workouts and cherry picking different diets and trying to put them all together as one program, there's a good chance that you are not going to be successful. And so all the different diets work. A lot of the different programs can work, but you have to stick to one thing and you've got to be all in for it, which is why those super restrictive diets and things like that don't work, because then we have people that are like eating high fat one day, eating high carb another day, eating low fat, and they're sort of cherry picking from these different things. The problem is that does not work. The other thing happens with your workouts is that cherry picking your workouts does not work. It is not a science-based, you need a science-based approach to weight loss. And so again, there's a lot of different things that actually work, but you can't cherry pick your favorite things from all the different ones and try to put them together and expect to get results. So especially with your workouts, if you're trying to get toned and you're trying to build muscle, there are actual science-based things that you need to be doing. And it's not a lot of randomness. A lot of randomness also leads to injuries. So a lot of women will get injured because they do the same thing again and again and again because it's what they like. And they tend to be overusing something like their shoulders or their knees or something like that. And it creates muscular imbalances and it creates overuse of certain muscles. And so it actually leads to injuries, which is going to put you back on your journey. So those are really like the top 5 things that I see when people come to me and they come to my programs and they've been working out for years, they've been counting macros for years, they've been doing all the right thing for years, and when we're able to make tweaks to these little tiny things, again, a lot of times it's not these huge things, it's like these little tweaks and little tricks and things like that that they get to learn about their bodies, they're able to start to see the results they want in their body, in their mind, and in their energy. And so again, I don't want people, like right now, it's like 6 weeks into the year, people are starting to get frustrated, they're starting to quit their programs, and so these 5 things are 5 areas for you to look at. So if you're not seeing the results that you want, start looking at these things and say like, hey, am I doing any of these things wrong? So again, they are NEAT, which is non-exercise activity. So great, you're exercising. What are you doing the rest of the day? Weekends, are your weekends sabotaging you? Number 3 is stress. Are you super stressed out and not managing it? Cortisol is going to make it impossible for you to lose weight. 4 is randomness. All that randomness in your workouts, all the randomness in your diets, lots and lots of randomness is not going to produce results. And number 5, my favorite one, is sleep. Are you sleeping enough? So sleep is critical for weight loss. So that is it. This is a lot longer than I planned it to be, but that's okay because I like to talk. So anyways, those are my top 5 reasons. So do me a favor, if you got one tip, one thing that you learned or you're going to try or you're going to look at out of this video, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that heart button for me or leave me a comment below. It really helps me out. It gives me good feedback. Say, hey, I like this, so that way I can make more of it for you. It also makes me not feel like I'm talking to myself because, yeah, I make these videos for you guys, so I like to hear back from you. So it's really good feedback for me. So if you get one thing out of it, again, just do me a favor, smash that heart button. I would greatly appreciate that. It's the one thing in return for me sharing my knowledge with you. So otherwise, that is it. Hopefully, you can take one of these 5 things, make a little bit of tweaks, and keep making progress in your weight loss efforts. So that is it, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day.